Shadows of Innocence. In a distant land nestled amidst lush green hills and vibrant meadows, there existed a small village named Eldridge. It was a place of beauty, but beneath its picturesque facade lay a dark secret. The village was under the rule of a cruel overseer named Bartholomew, who held power over the lives of its inhabitants, particularly children. Bartholomew had twisted the concept of apprenticeship into something sinister. He forced families to send their children to work in his vast, sprawling factory. These innocent souls, as young as 7, were subjected to grueling hours of labor producing goods for the wealthier elites of the neighboring cities. The factory was a grim place, its walls echoing with the sound of the weary children toiling away, their laughter long forgotten. Each child's face bore the weight of exhaustion, their eyes reflecting a loss of innocence far beyond their years. They were shackled not only by the heavy chains of labor, but also by the knowledge that their dreams, their childhoods were being stolen. News of Eldridge plight reached the ears of the activists and reformers in the cities. They were horrified by the stories of the child labor and modern day slavery taking place in their land. The injustice of it all fueled their determination to bring an end to this cruel practice. Led by a courageous young woman named Clara, the activists rallied the public against Bartholomew's tyranny. They organized protests, wrote articles, and lobbied the government to intervene. Clara, herself a survivor of a childhood filled with hardships, had a burning passion to protect the innocence of these children and give them a chance at a brighter future. However, Bartholomew was not one to back down relish. He responded with fierce opposition, using his influence to silence those who dared to challenge him. He escalated the punishment for those who attempted to escape or spread awareness about the atrocities taking place in the factory. His reign of terror seemed unbreakable. One fateful night, as the moon hung high in the sky, Clara and a group of his fellows activists decided to infiltrate the factory. They hoped to gather irrefutable evidence of the dire conditions in which the children lived and worked and to rescue as many as they could. They navigated the shadows, guided by a shared belief in justice. What they discovered inside was worse than they had ever imagined. The children were confined to cramped, unsanitary quarters, their health neglected, and their spirits broken. Clara's heart ached at the sight of their sufferings, and she refused to let despair consume her. Clara and her companions managed to free a group of children, leading them away from the factory under the cover of darkness. News of this daring rescue spread like wildfire, further igniting the public's anger. The movement against Bartholomew's reached its peak, and the government could no longer turn a blind eye. Finally, the authorities intervened, toppling Bartholomew from power and dismantling his oppressive regime. The children were placed in safe havens where they received proper care, education, and the chance to reclaim their stolen childhoods. Aldrich transformed from a village of despair to a symbol of resilience and hope. Clara and her fellow activists continued their work, pushing from laws to protect the rights of children everywhere. The shadows of innocence lost in Eldridge had given birth to a movement that would shine a lighter on the darkness of child labor and ensure that such atrocities would never be allowed to thrive again. And so the legacy of Eldridge lived on, reminding the world of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of individuals like Clara to bring about lasting change. The children, now free, went on to achieve greatness in various fields, their potential finally realized as they forged their destinies against the backdrops of a world that had learned from the mistakes of the past.